There was a sound that used to shake the ground in America. A deep, violent rumble, one you could feel in your chest before you ever saw the car. For decades, that sound defined an entire culture. But walk into a modern showroom today, and something feels missing. The muscle car, the raw, unfiltered expression of American power, is disappearing. Not evolving, not adapting, disappearing. And the forces killing it aren't what you think. This is the story of why muscle cars will never be the same. To understand what we're losing, we have to go back to where it all began, the late 1960s. Post-war America was booming. Gas was cheap. Highways stretched endlessly across the country. And automakers were locked in a war to build the loudest, fastest, most outrageous machines possible. The formula was simple, almost reckless. Take a mid-size car, stuff the biggest V8 you can fit under the hood, remove anything that doesn't make it faster. No computers, no driver assists, just raw mechanical violence. The result? Legends. The Charger, the Chevelle SS, the Roadrunner, the GTO. Cars that could hit 60 in under 6 seconds, numbers that felt impossible at the time. But what truly made them special was accessibility. These weren't million-dollar exotics. These were ordinary people could own. A factory worker could park a Hemi in his driveway. A teenager could humble sports cars at a stoplight. Muscle cars didn't just create speed, they democratized it. Then reality hit. Hard. In 1973, the oil crisis changed everything. Fuel prices exploded overnight. Suddenly, 8 miles per gallon wasn't bold, it was financial suicide. Insurance companies took notice too. Young drivers, huge engines, disaster waiting to happen. Premiums skyrocketed. And then came the regulations, emissions laws, safety standards, engine restrictions. By the mid-1970s, legends were neutered. Engines that once ruled the streets were shadows of themselves. The muscle car didn't slowly fade away, it was forced into extinction. For nearly 2 decades, it lived only in memory and in dusty garages. But American car culture has a strange trait. It never truly dies. In the mid-2000s, something unexpected happened. The Mustang returned. The Charger and Challenger came back. The Camaro rose from the dead. And this time, they were serious. 700 horsepower, track-ready engineering, technology that pushed the limits of physics. For a moment, it felt like muscle cars had beaten the odds. They had evolved. But the next threat was bigger than oil or insurance. Climate change, global regulations, the end of internal combustion. This wasn't temporary. This was permanent. Governments around the world began setting deadlines. No more gasoline engines, no more emissions. And suddenly, the muscle car faced something it could never outrun: the future. Electric cars arrived, faster than anything before them. Some hit 60 in under 2 seconds. On paper, they're unstoppable. So why does something feel missing? Because muscle cars were never about numbers. They were about feeling. The vibration through the steering wheel, the rumble shaking your chest, the smell of fuel and hot metal. You didn't just drive a muscle car, you connected with it. You learned its moods, its flaws, its limits. Electric cars are perfect, silent, effortless, and somehow lifeless. A muscle car without sound, without vibration, without struggle isn't a muscle car. It's just fast transportation. And then there's the cultural shift. Younger generations see cars differently. Ownership is declining. Convenience matters more than passion. A 700 horsepower coupe? To many, it's unnecessary. And at prices pushing $80,000, it's unreachable. Muscle cars were once for everyone. Now they're collectibles. Then came the final blow. Dodge ended V8 production. Chevrolet ended the Camaro. Even the Mustang is evolving into something unrecognizable. Performance isn't dying, but muscle cars are. Still, they live on, in garages, at car shows, in the hands of people who refuse to let them fade away. They're living time capsules, reminders of a world where emotion mattered more than efficiency. But museums exist for things that are over, and the muscle car era is over. Maybe that's okay. Every era ends so another can begin. But if you've ever felt your chest shake from a V8 at full throttle, if you've ever chosen passion over practicality, then you understand. What we're losing isn't just a car, it's a philosophy. The muscle car era is over, and we'll never see anything like it again. If stories like this remind you why you fell in love with cars, subscribe. There's more coming.